magnificent morning, wonderful afternoon, and fantastic evening wherever you're watching this in the world. It's very interesting. It is late afternoon for me in Washington, D.C., and it is early morning for my guest, Sagar English Wala. We're going to get to know him. He says he is a coach of the English language, and we're going to see what he has to say about teaching English. Before we get started, did I tell you that I'm Carla and this is from Rehan Allahwala's World of Connections? If I didn't, I'm telling you now. I haven't been doing interviews because I was sick without a voice, no COVID. And I kind of got out of my habit, but I'm back at it now. This show is sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is an online organization promoting peace one conversation at a time. And having said that, I'd like to ask Sagar to introduce himself, please.
Hi, audience. Good morning. In India, it is 3 a.m. here. It's going to 3 a.m. My name is Sagar English Wala, and I am the coach and the trainer of English.
Okay, why do you want to teach English? Why is that important to you?
See, Carla, English is English has a very important part of my English. I mean, in my life. The reason is I was from a Hindi background and I didn't know anything in English before. Right now, whatever I am, and I am sitting over here, it is just because of English. And
go on.
In the very beginning, when I was struggling and I was looking for jobs and the other opportunities so that I can grow in my career. So English was my friend who took me here. So that is the reason I wanted to teach English to all those people who are struggling for the good career and they wanted to grow more in their future.
Okay, Sagar, where do you live?
I live in Faridabad. It is in Delhi, NCR, in India.
Okay. Why was English so important for you?
English is very important for me just because now we are going globally. And if you are going globally, you cannot stuck in your own language or in one language. And the English is the only one language which is connecting whole world right now.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because if in case I was talking to Hindi or any one language, I cannot come to this interview and I cannot go to any of the stage where I am talking in Hindi only or in one language, because in globally everyone is connected with English. This is the only one thing where all people comes on one path.
Okay. When did you start being so interested in teaching English?
It was initially when I got selected in one of my interview, and it was Just Dial Limited. It is a local search engine in India. if you wanted to know anything, if you wanted to get any number or any address in India, so there is a brand name. The name is Just Dial Limited, and it has a number. It has a number for where you can dial like 88888888. And when you dial on this number, you can get every address, every number, every information in India. So when I got selected just because of English over there, I realized that English is so important to get a job, to get a good career. And right now I've got my dream job. So at that moment, I realized that there are so many people in the same company who are doing a small job just because they didn't know English. Like someone was a sweeper and someone was an office boy in canteen. So all are very smart, all are very good looking girls and boys than me, but they were not getting a job, they were not getting a good career just because of English. So that was the time I realized there are a lot many people who wanted to learn English just because somebody is not there who are going to teach them. They are not able to reach their goal. So I decided in any situation, if there is a sweeper, there is an office boy, or any poor student or any poor people, so I'll be there to teach English in a very less amount or maybe free if they are not able to pay.
Okay, you need to be also making money. How are you making money if you're doing this for free?
Just because of God's grace, I have got selected with many of the good companies. Like they are in India, they are very well-known company like Jabong.com, Just Dial Limited, Medanta Hospital, and Akash Hospital. Maybe you've heard about Akash Institute. They are giving medical IITG trainings. And in that case, I've been into the work since 10 years, and I was getting a good amount of salary. And most of the time I am doing night shifts just because in the daytime, I wanted to teach English to my students because student cannot come in my classes in the night in India. So just because of my student, just because of these people, and just because of my passion to teach English, I'm doing night shifts so that I can earn money for my family and for me. And in the daytime, I'm giving my time to all people, all students to teach English.
What are you, okay, you're doing night work. What kind of work are you doing at night?
I am a manager in the hospital. It's a hospital where people comes for the medicine and their treatment. And since 6 years, I'm giving services in the hospital.
What kind of services are you giving?
I am giving services like hospital billing. I'm taking care of hospital administration. And also I'm counseling all the patients, attendant who are coming with the patient and they are facing any problem, any issues. So I'll be the first one who meet these attendant and provide them solutions or provide them information about anything they wanted to know about hospital.
You said hospital building. Are you taking over the building of the hospital? I don't know what you mean.
That is the hospital building cleaning. That is hospital, any of the problem, like there are electrical problem or there are some product is not there in the building, and that just because of that the hospital work environment is getting stuck. So I'll be there to solve it out. I'll be the first person who got this call from anywhere in the hospital, and my work is to just solve it out so that the hospital work can go smooth.
So are you in management of the hospital? Are you one of the top people there? Or
I'm not the top people, but I am assistant manager over here.
what? I don't understand what that means. Can you tell me a little more?
Sure. Let me help you out. As an assistant manager, I have multiple responsibilities in the night shifts. In case accident case came to my hospital, and there are many people in India come after the accident, and they come directly and looking for their patient. So in case there are not many people, like 10 people, 20 people comes on and on, right? After half an hour, after 1 hour, and later on, it continues. So I'll be there on the main lobby of the hospital, so that if anyone comes in a hurry and they ask, where is my patient? So I'll be the one who first just treat them and making them calm down, that you should not be worried. We already taken care, doctor is taking care of the patient, the treatment is on. So I'll offer them some water as well, so that they can have some peace and they'll be calmed down. And after that, I take them to the treatment emergency location to just show them how we are treating their patient.
Okay, is this a children's hospital or is it a hospital for all ages?
It is a fully fledged hospital where we are giving all the treatments, like from children to elder, like cardiologist, you can say a child specialist as well, pediatrician, and sometimes accidental cases as well. Any kind of cases, if that comes to us, we provide them treatment from here.
Is this in Delhi actually or in the surrounding areas?
Okay, right now I am residing in Gurugram. It is a part of the Delhi NCR,
What
but
is
it's not in Delhi.
NCR? What is meant by NCR?
Okay, NCR full form is National Capital Region.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so that, what is the, let me elaborate. National Capital Region, like we in India, our capital is Delhi. And there are 4 more states are linked with Delhi right now. From 4, one of the state is Gurgaon. That is why we called it NCR, National Capital Region.
So is there only one of these hospitals or are there hospitals in other hospitals in the region?
There are many hospitals, as I already given the information that there are.
You're not understanding the question. I did not say it clearly. Is this hospital, does it have branches in other areas of Delhi? Or is this the only hospital in Delhi under this name?
Okay. Right now, the name of the hospital is Silver Streak Hospital, and it has another branch in Hisar. That is another state of Haryana.
Is Delhi in Haryana?
No, this is the Haryana is you can say another state, and this Gurgaon and the other like Hisar comes in Haryana. Like we have different region. It is called region. In one region, we have multiple small states comes under one region.
Okay. Now, are there English speaking employees in this hospital, or is it basically Hindi?
90% are Hindi.
So are you using English at your job at all?
When it requires.
Do you use it every day? Do you use it maybe once a week? How often do you use English?
I use every day English because I have an 8 hours timing in the hospital. So in this 8 hours timing, many patients comes, like 90% patients come, they speak in Hindi, and 10% people are coming, they speak only English. So we need to use Hindi and English both at that moment.
Okay. Now, why? I understand that you needed English in order to get a job. But when was your first inspiration to teach English?
The inspiration comes from God, you can say, because I came from a very poor background. My mother and my parents were not literate. Just because of I am the person who struggled very much to come in this situation, in this stage. And I got an idea from God that why don't you give all these service, all these information which you've got. I don't know how I learned this English, because there are many people who learn English, but few are there who are teaching English. So I got this idea from God, and just because of I've got a small idea that I've been here just because of English, and why don't I give all these information which I've got, all this education which I've got to others, so that they can also reach to maybe higher than me. So I stopped myself here only, and I am giving all this education, all the skills which I've got in English to my people, to my children. And now I decided to give this education, give this English to everyone I mean globally. I want that anyone in universe or in the whole world, if they doesn't know English, I'm here to give them a small tricks, a small formulas. With the help of these formulas and tricks, they can learn quick English.
Do you realize that you really cannot teach English quickly? Comprehension takes time, learning to understand. And that is part of the issue in teaching English. How do you feel that you can teach English in just a short amount of time?
I felt that I've given my 15 years in this learning period where I am speaking in English, and how I came to know and how I did learn English with the help of these small tricks which I made for me, because I'm the kind of a person previously which didn't know E of the English. Very initially, when I was from a Hindi background and parents who doesn't know English or any of the literacy, they were not literate. So only God helped me to learn something and to achieve something. So that is the only part that I've been struggling to learn English very well, so that I can get a good job, I can get a good money, and even I can get good people like you in my life.
You and I are having a bit of a language barrier. Not a big
Yes.
one, but there is one. It took you 15 years of study to get to the point you are at now. Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
So, how do you expect anyone to get the comprehension? I'm not putting you down. You're doing very well. You're still learning. Children are still learning. I am still learning how to communicate with other people in different languages. How do you think that you can do that in just a few moments or just a few lessons?
Okay, I want to elaborate first. Word few moments and the word few classes. It's not that it is I'm going to give them a classes for 5 years. It is not that I'm going to finish all the English in few seconds or few minutes. It is just because of the students who are taking classes from us. They should get motivated that English is not that harder. If we will not make them motivated, so again we are making them in a big trouble from the very starting, right? So we are just making them comfortable that don't worry and don't be fear with English. English is your friend, and I'm the one who will introduce you with English.
True, and that is what you are doing.
Exactly.
You are not actually, no one is actually teaching English. People are helping people develop that confidence to speak in English. What do you agree with that difference? And what do you feel I just told you?
No, I agreed, totally agreed.
Please tell me what I just told you in your words.
Okay. In my word, the same thing you told me.
No, don't tell me the same thing I just told you. Tell me what you feel I have told you.
Okay, we are as I've already told you what I am doing, and the way you speak your feelings, that you're doing the same in another way. We have a same goal.
You're not answering my question. You're telling me that you're doing what I'm doing. I'm asking you, what are you doing? Answer the question, please.
Okay. I'm just introducing people with English so that they cannot be feared with the name of English, because there are many students who come to learn English, but they just left in between just because of they found English is very hard. And just because of many people are in India, they left education, not only English, they left education in their 8th class in their 10th class and their 12th class. And after that, after 5 years, after 10 years, they feel very bad that they left the education and that they left the English just because of fear that they cannot learn.
That fear does not only have to do with English. What is the fear you're talking about?
Fear to learn something.
I'm not finished with my question. How do you define fear? What is fear?
Fear to me that in case I am trying to make everyone an English speaker, if I'll not succeed, so if I'll not be able to pass on my message to everyone, to every child or every student, and of that person who really wanted to learn English, so my fear is if that person will not reach me and my message will not reach to that person, that English is not that hard. If you are not able to come in that, if you're not able to enter in that, so this is the first step. I'm coming and giving you my hand that please come in the world of English, come in the world of education. Don't get fear from English or the education. We are here to help you out. I'm Sagar English Wala, Carla from Washington, DC. We all are trying to make them understand, to teach them the way of English speaking, the simpler way, or you can say the rules of English.
People in my country who have spoken English all their lives do not know all the rules. So how can you say you know all the rules? That includes me.
Yes. See, if I'm saying rule, it was again whatever I have learned from my teacher, and they told me and they have taught me that these are some rules of English, and just because of that, I've got it in my mind that right now I'm speaking English just because of that small rules or small tricks or small formulas which they learned from their teachers. So it is the teacher-student things which are going on. Like they taught us the things, from that I am speaking English, and again, which I learned from my teachers. So I'm giving all these rules and tricks and formulas to my students so that they can also start learning and start speaking in English.
Okay, I'm just wondering what rules you feel that you are teaching.
Okay.
There are no, again, you're interrupting me. How can you know the question if I haven't finished it?
Please say.
No, I asked you a question. Did you understand my question?
Oh, our request, if you can please repeat, Carla.
That's fine. You interrupted me. I was talking. How can you answer a question if you don't even know what it is?
You're right.
That's not answering my question. Answer the question. I don't want to hear I am right. I want to know how you can answer a question I haven't asked yet. Please answer.
I cannot answer.
Why?
Just because if I don't know the question, So I cannot answer that. I can only speak whatever I know, but not the question answer, but the
Absolutely. But you began talking before I was finished. Were you listening?
yes, I am.
No, were you listening if you were talking before I was finished?
I was trying to listen you. So I
No,
would request if you can repeat, please.
no, you were not. You were answering me. I was in the middle of a word and you began talking. How can you answer a question? Tell me, I really want to know.
No, I cannot answer a question without listening to it.
So you were not listening to me, right?
Yes, you're right.
So what is the purpose of a conversation if one person is not listening?
I'm sorry for that. If you can please repeat.
Did you hear what I just said to you?
Yes.
What did I just say to you?
You are asking me that you had a question before, you were talking, you were asking something, but I started in between.
Right.
So you are asking if I am speaking something without listening to you. That's not correct. I should listen the whole question first and then answer.
Right. But you knew the answer, so tell me what the question was. Because I have no idea what you were talking about.
So the question, what I understood that you were asking that how, what is the rule which I'm talking about?
Not at all. You didn't take the time to listen to what I'm talking. You just wanted to talk. How can you teach someone to speak English if you are not willing to listen to what people are saying to you? I can answer to that question. I'm waiting.
Okay, in case I missed a question from you or anybody else, like from my student, so I should be stop from there and I must ask again.
No, you need to learn to listen. Everyone
Right.
in the world, you're interrupting again. Why am I talking to you? This is a problem for everyone in the world. Everyone wants to speak. No one wants to listen. That's why there are wars. That's why there is miscommunication, because no one listens. What did I just tell you? I asked you a question.
All right.
What did I ask you?
You ask me that I must listen first, how I can teach someone if I'm not good in listening the whole question.
Right. Are you listening or are you ready to speak more than listen?
I'm listening.
No, I asked you a question. What did I just ask you?
You ask me, am I ready to listen to you?
No, I asked you a different question. You didn't listen. See, in the world, we all want to reply. We want to say something, but we don't always listen to what someone else is saying. What did I just tell you? Do you have any idea?
No, I just want your opinion on that.
No, that's not what this is about. You keep on saying, Carla, you're right, you're right, you're right. But it means nothing because you're not listening. You don't care what I have to say. And I know it because you keep interrupting me. You can only speak what you know. You cannot learn if you don't listen. That goes for me. It goes for everyone in the world. What did I just tell you? I asked you a question. You're sitting there. I want an answer.
We must listen first.
Right. Are you doing that?
Yes, I'm doing that.
Then why didn't you answer my question?
I think I didn't get your answer.
Why did you not answer my question?
I didn't get your answer question.
You're not listening. I'm not picking on you. Believe it or not, this is a problem for everyone in the world. The leaders, the people working on farms, the people working in hospitals or school. No one listens to each other. Does it include me? Yes, it includes me. It includes you. It includes everyone who wants to learn anything. We think we know, but we don't. What did I just tell you?
You told me that in hospital and any field, we must listen first, then speak.
Right. Do you do that all the time?
No, I'm trying. I'm just learning. I'm in a learning period of that.
We are all in a learning period of that. It's not only you, it's everyone in the world, including, name a person, the leaders in India, the leaders in Pakistan, people in the United States. We all need to learn to listen. We all need to learn to stop talking, either in our head or out loud, and listen to what people are saying. I am not perfect at this. I know that. But once you admit that you're not perfect at it, you will become better at it because you'll want to listen. What did I just tell you?
You told me the same thing. All the leaders, they must learn first, listen to others. Then only they can become better leaders and better teachers.
Right. And with that, what would you like to let our audience know that you know about you so they want to come and talk to you?
I didn't get.
What do you want to leave our audience knowing about you that maybe they did not hear yet? Very
Okay.
short.
Very short, one message that I'm here to whatever I have learned about English. So I'm here to listen to you, and we all are in a learning period to listen we each other, and we must listen each other so that we can pass on our messages to each other. In case you wanted to teach English, so I'm here to listen to you, and I wanted to pass whatever the skills, whatever the English information and education I have, I wanted to pass on to you.
Okay. I want to thank you for speaking with me this evening. I want to thank, well, for you, it's early morning. I want to thank the audience for watching, and also Rehan Allahwala for making this connection. And with that, I want to remind you that this show is sponsored by the Institute of Peace, which is getting people to be more peaceful and understanding of each other, one conversation at a time. And can we wave goodbye? Don't go anywhere, but can you wave goodbye?
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.